Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your girl, Donjia M, and we are back with another Ask 15 questions. And my mind is blown, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with the one, the only Celine Boom Edmondson. She's here. Like, listen, Brooklyn. I don't know. Are you from Brooklyn?
I'm not from Brooklyn. I do live here. I here with my father, going back and forth, but I did grow up here, but I'm not from here.
So Brooklyn's in the building, period. That's it. Brooklyn is in the building. I'm super excited. And this is Ask 15 Questions to a professional dancer / choreographer. How are you, Celine? How are you?
I'm well. I'm sorry, Donjia. I'm gonna grab my hoops because you over here looking popping. I'm like, let me put my earrings on. Give me 5 seconds. Like, dang, I need to put some earrings on. We're talking about self-care.
Yeah.
And feeling like our best self.
Yeah, and you, earrings or no earrings, you are stunning. You are stunning.
Thank you.
I'm not even going to tell you when I posted your picture on social media, because I go to social media for the questions. The fellas was like, my question is, does she got a man? I can't ask. I don't want to ask that.
I do, and keep it real low, but yes.
And that's what it is. Keep people out your business. That's what it is. But thank you so much. I know you are busy Brooklynette, busy bee choreographer, all of the things, but you did not find it robbery to say, no, I'm too busy for the little people. And you came up on my show. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for reaching out to me, thinking my life is interesting. So thank you.
I said, this shit is flipping and turning and splitting and stuff. I need to ask the questions. I'm curious. I want to know. So that is how we are here. We're going to jump right in because I want to get through these questions. Some very interesting questions, as you have seen already. So I need to know all the things. So question number 1, which is the question that everyone dreads. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, I saw this question and I'm like, well, that's a very broad question. So I'll just give the basics. My name, as you said, is Celine Boom Edmondson. I'm not from Brooklyn, but I did grow up here back and forth. My parents weren't together growing up, but I am originally born and raised in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm super East Coast. I started dancing and I say that, you'll know later in my story, but I started dancing at the age of 12, and that's considered late for professional dancers. And it was in an after-school program. We had no mirrors. I was dancing on concrete, and my dance teacher was like, do you want to come with me to my dance studio where I teach at? I'm like, yeah, I ain't got my mom doesn't have money, but sure, I'll come. And so when I got there and I took the class, the director of the studio was like, oh, I want you to dance here. And I said, my mom can't afford it. And she says, no, I want to give you a scholarship. And I said, and that is where my professional journey began. From there, I went to summer intensives at the Ailey School of Dance. I went to Earl Mosley's Institute of Arts. And then I also went to the University of the Arts, where I earned my BFA in dance. And that is in Philly. And so the end of my sophomore year is when I auditioned for Clear Talent Group, which is the agency that I'm represented by, and also for the Brooklynettes, pretty much within the same 3-month time span.
Wow.
And I got both of them. And I was still in college and I didn't know, again, in Philly. And I auditioned for a team in Brooklyn. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make this happen, but I'm gonna make it happen. And so that's why I tell people that I'm super East Coast, because I would visit my family in Connecticut, then I would go see my dad in Brooklyn, then I would go back to school in PA, and then I would have to go through Jersey to do that. And at the time, my boyfriend was living in Pennsylvania too. So it was just like, I was all over the place I did that for 5 years. So I just settled down in Brooklyn, and now I'm very grateful to live very, 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 very close to Barclays Center. I am now the co-captain and choreographer for the Brooklynettes. And yes, that is a little bit about me. Oh, my favorite color is blue. I love to eat food.
Yeah.
On the side, I also have my own little food business that's gonna come out. It's called Boom's Bites. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes. I love that. Boom's Bites. We're going to put the information when it released in your bio, in the description down the video, because we want to support. We're all about supporting here. Wow, that's good. Okay, so I asked the general question, tell us about yourself, but people also wanted to know, what is your nationality?
Okay, I get that a lot. I am half Laotian and half Jamaican, and Laos is a country in the southeast. It's in Southeast Asia, you know, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. And my mom's from there, and my father's from Jamaica.
Laotian. I never even heard of that. This is why everyone was like, she looks so exotic. Yes. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. She is a Laotian and a Jamaican gal. Okay.
Island gal.
Island gal. I love it. Okay. Question number 2. I laughed at this question. So many people asked this question. So you must dispel the theory behind it. Question number 2. What is with the noises made when you are teaching routines? Because this is a universal. I danced back in college and in high school. So I know when we learn choreography, it's like, boom, and I'm just like, or counting. So what is up with the noises?
So I'm not a counter. You can ask my coach. You can ask any of my friends. When it starts to count, I'm like, y'all know I can't do these numbers. And I'm like, boom, crack, tiki, crack, and whop, tiki, crack. You know, so, and it's just like, it's just something that comes out of you, because for me, what informs the movement is the music. And so when it's time to go through the step without the music or with the music, I'm going to emulate what I hear. And so through, you know, my articulation when I'm trying to language dance. That's my way to language dance, is the boom, crack, tee, crack, crack. And that's for everybody. So you can try to count as much as you want. But in my opinion, I mean, counts are necessary for being clean and, you know, being on the same timing and everything. But the real deal dancers don't rely on counts. We rely on what we hear. We rely on the sounds, because that's where we come.
Yes. And it was so funny because I think that was like one of the first questions, one of the 5th questions, one of the 8th questions. Everyone wanted to know about the noises. And I get it. Like, you feel the music. You're one with the music, like you said, relating to the dance moves. But it's just always so funny. Every choreographer, one of the most viral videos now, as you know, is the guy doing the Cardi B thing, and he's making the noises.
It's funny because so many of my friends sent me the video and was like, this is you. My roommate sent it to me, actually. She was like, this is how you count, because my roommate's not a dancer, right? So she's like, this is how you be teaching the dances. If it's Dennis Lee,
that is one of the most, but the killer is that everyone learns the routine because of what he is saying in the video. So there you are, ladies. That is why the sound, and you have a sound as your name, like Celine Boom Edmondson. So yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the boom. Question number 3. I think you already answered this, though. How long have you been dancing? You said since 12.
Yeah. And I'm 55. So.
Okay. You know, some people don't like to tell their age. So.
Oh, yes. I'm 25.
Okay. So 12 to now 25 and beyond that. Okay. So there we go for that. Question number 4. Was this something you always wanted to do?
I think I knew I always wanted to do it, but when I was younger, growing up in an Asian household too, like, I didn't know it was possible to do it as a career. I thought that, I used to say I wanted to be a lawyer or a teacher. And then it wasn't until I started dancing, you know, and started my journey at 12 that I said, oh, this is what I want to do. And even up until high school, I was a straight A student. I was salutatorian, sorry. I was salutatorian. I took all AP classes. And even my teachers would be like, oh, you're too smart to pursue dance as a career. Wow. And even then I was still asking myself, like, do I want to do this? And I didn't even want to be a commercial dancer, music videos, Brooklynettes and things like the things that I do now, I used to frown upon, but it was really just because of the influence I was getting from other people. So it wasn't until I hit my senior year in high school and I was like, this is what I want to do.
Wow, that is great. And then again, to that stereotype of like Asian household, right? There's a great expectation of like doctors, lawyers, those type of fields. But we're grateful that you're here now and that you that you want to be a dancer and that you are a dancer. Yeah, that is so great. Okay. How does, big question number 5, how does your family feel about you being a professional dancer and choreographer? So I guess you can start from the moment you made the decision to now, because I'm pretty sure there's a difference.
Yeah. So, I mean, my mom and, her side of the family have always supported me. I mean, everybody has always supported me. I think that they didn't understand back then. But they knew just with my tenacity in my academics that I would have the same determination and, work ethic when it came to dance as well. So they never worried that I would be successful. They just didn't understand it.
Right.
I was never, discouraged by them. They would come to my recitals when I was younger. So I was always given the support, but for my father now, sorry, Dad, I'm about to put you on blast. But I had gotten a full ride to UConn, the University of Connecticut, and I turned it down because they didn't have a dance program. I was like, I ain't about to go to no, I want to be a dance major. And, he wasn't very supportive from the beginning. He called me a brat and all of this stuff because I didn't want to take the full ride. And I was like, I'm about to invest in my dream. So watch me glow up. And now he's like my biggest fan.
Shout outs, Dad. You just didn't get it. You just didn't get it at first. As Will Smith said, parents just don't understand sometimes, but that's amazing though, that even going into just a career path, because I know sometimes not just Asian culture or Jamaican culture, any culture, dancing, artistry, anything like that is not really seen as like the moneymaker or the career, right? It's like, I want you to be established. I want you to go to school so you can make the big bucks so you can have a better life. And it's like, well, what about my happiness? Let's put that into the equation. Let's put all of those things into the factor here. Like, let me do what I'm happy to do, and then money will come. Like I'll be well off.
That has been my motto since I was 13 years old.
Wow.
I don't know how I knew that at that age, but I was like, I'm just going to keep doing what I love and the money is going to come. I'm not going to worry about it.
And look at you now. Boom, cat to the cat, boom, cat. There we go. Okay, question number 6. I'm very interested to hear this question. So what were some of the challenges you faced in the beginning of your career?
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. Okay, so the beginning, I'm like, what marks the beginning of my career? I guess from when I started taking dance, because I started so late, like I told you, starting at 12 years old, dancing, like there's girls and guys who started dancing when they were 3, so I was kind of late in that sense, and I had to work twice as hard to catch up in understanding the technicalities of ballet, jazz, tap. I cried my second tap class. That's how hard I am on myself. I'm like, it's my second class and I'm crying because I couldn't get it. So yeah, I guess it was just like catching up. That was a challenge. And then just realizing that I had a lot of work to do in that. And then also, being from the inner city, being with a single parent or growing with a single parent, and then having siblings and, having to, focus on my schoolwork. It was the financial issues that came into play with not being able to do everything that I wanted to do, and how was I going to do this, and how was I going to get the scholarship to go here, and how was I going to make it work. And we made it work, but that was definitely a challenge to balancing school and dance. There was times in high school where it doesn't mean anything now that we're older, but back then as a high school student, I was dancing until like midnight, 1 o'clock, and then having to go to school the next day, falling asleep in class, still passed my test and everything, but my teachers being like, this is your dance and you're focusing on the dance, you need to focus on your schoolwork. So that was a challenge. And then moving into college, the challenge was obviously the travel, being a full-time dance student, and then also being a full-time dancer in a whole nother state. I still to this day don't know how I did that. It just took a lot of determination and a lot of just focus. Like I was just really in it. Like, okay, the last train is at midnight. I'm not gonna get back to Philly till 3 a.m. I have 8 a.m. ballet class and I gotta come back the next day for a game. Okay, bet, no problem. Oh, and I gotta eat. All right, yeah. Oh, and I have to write a paper. Got it. Oh, and I have to choreograph for my senior thesis. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. But it was a challenge, and it was a challenge that I took on head first and just overcame that. And now I'm chilling. The only challenge now is myself. The only challenge that I face now is asking myself, okay, Celine, what is next? And challenging myself to be happy in this piece that I have acquired and being like, okay, girl, you can chill now, and being okay with that.
Yes. But listen, I know that going from a life of busy to have now like a sense of peace and like calmness, it almost makes you like frantic because you're so used to being busy. And it's like, okay, I know I got a rehearsal. I know I got something I need to do. Should I be filming something today? Should I be like...
Yes. Like, should I be making content? Should I be doing a hair tutorial? Something? Yes.
Yes. But it's just like, just relax. You did the work. That season of work has passed. Now it's the calm. The storm will come again. Again. So enjoy this moment. Self-care. Enjoy all of this. Yes, I understand that. Wow. Okay. Are you ready? Question number 7. How did you come up with the name Boom?
Okay, so my mentors, Paul and Brian Herman, back in Connecticut for our dance company, Double Up Dance Company / Team Lego. They actually gave me that nickname because when I came and auditioned for them, for the crew, I would hit everything super hard. And so they were like, we're going to call you Boom. And they called me Baby Boom at the time because I was the youngest. I think I was 14.
Wow.
Way older than me. So that's how I got the name. And now, since, evolving in my dance technique, I don't hit everything super hard, but I think it just speaks to my presence. Like, it speaks to who I am. Like, when I walk in a room, it's like, okay, boom.
Boom. Right. Like when we logged onto the thing, it was like, boom, she's here. She's ready. I love that. I love that someone gave you that name and that it was able to like evolve with you.
Yeah.
Over time. So like they saw it before they actually saw it.
That's a true mentor. They saw the potential, the star quality in me before I saw it.
Yes. Okay. Look at this. We flying through these questions. Question number 8. How do you come up with the dances you choreograph? So like, what is your inspiration when you are choreographing something? So it could be for the Brooklyn Nets. It could be for just, anything.
Like I said, way before it, for me, my creative process begins with the music. It begins with the music. And it ends with the music. So every nuance that I put in the routine, every move is informed by what I hear. It's not just a whole bunch of steps just thrown together. I don't just pull it out of my ass. It's just like, this is what I feel. So it comes from what I hear. And then also the vocabulary I get from other dancers. I get from taking class. It's like reading a book. To inform your essay or to inform your own work, you read other works, right? So that's I like to say that's how I get my inspiration too, from other dancers, the music, other dancers, life experience, 100%. Like you can't make, well, this is gonna sound bad, but for example, you can't make a routine about fighting if you've never fought. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it doesn't have to mean like you physically fought somebody, but like maybe you had an internal struggle or you had an internal fight. So what does that feel like? And how can I language that through my movement?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say music, other dancers and other people that I'm inspired by, and life experience.
Okay, so tag along question. This is not one of my questions. This is a tag question. Because, you know, they be on here underneath like, you didn't ask 15 questions. You asked 16. So this is not one of my questions, guys. I'm tagging on. So were you ever presented with like a song or something that you did to choreograph that you just was not doing?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
And how did you get through it?
You have to dig deep. And so I was going to say that too. A lot of times for the Brooklynettes, like one of my pieces for the Brooklynettes that has lived on for seasons now, and I'm so grateful, was our boxing fight night routine. And that I was commissioned to do, right? I was given the music, I was given the theme. And so instead of me forcing myself, now to answer your question, instead of me forcing myself to fit a box, I had to make the box fit me. So, okay, this song, I'm not really feeling, I'm not super inspired by it, but how can I inform the song with my movement versus me being informed versus my movement being informed by the song? Does that make sense?
Yes.
On its head. Like, okay, how can I add Celine into this when I'm thinking it doesn't call for Celine? So for example, not too long ago, I had to do a heels promo video for an artist's song. And not to say I wasn't feeling his song, but like, you know, being sexy and being in a heel is not my go-to. So it was like, okay, how can I put the heel on and be sexy and be feminine, but also still be myself?
Your girl back home in new clothes. Got your paparazzi get ahead in the low. When I'm in the trap, I can't do no photos. I can't. Me and you, high mileage, gon' tell them about it. The price is right, then I might buy it somewhere on the jet.
Yeah.
That just comes with being an artist and like, you know, feeling it out and understanding who you are as a person too.
Yeah. Wow. That, and I love how you said, like, in those challenging moments, you have to like flip it, right? Like you're given something that's like, hey, create this. And then you're like, hey, I cannot. I don't want to do this. But with the task and with who you are, right? Your position, what you're commissioned to do, sometimes you have to really be like, okay, what component of this is me? And how could I make this fit me instead of me fitting? I love that. I love that because I think sometimes we back down from a lot of challenges and a lot of things we're presented with because we feel like it's not us, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's, that's not really, but it's like, okay, well, how can you make it you? Because there's an element in that, even if it's way, way back in the last aisle, in the corner, cubby, it's something there that you could pull out that will change the whole element of everything.
Yep.
So I love that. I love that. Okay. Question number 9. Favorite style of dance? Only one. Only one, Celine. Only one.
I'm gonna have to go with house.
Like house music?
Yeah, house dance. That's my heart and soul.
No way.
Yeah, I love it. I'll send you a video.
Shut up. Yes, we're gonna insert it. Music.
Yes, like deep house, deep like the Afro house. Yeah, that's my stuff.
Oh, I would have. I'm thinking like jazz, ballet, hip hop.
Oh, I mean, to be technical, house is under the umbrella of hip hop, but if I have to choose one style, house.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Blown, boom. I'm blown away. Wow. Okay, you have to send. We have to insert that. We have to see Celine dancing house. This is oh wow. Okay. I mean, we want to see you dance other genres too, so don't limit us. But wow. Okay, so what would be your second favorite?
Hip hop. It would just have to be just hip hop in general, hip hop choreography. I don't know how to explain it because it's expanded over the years.
Yeah.
But a street style, like foundational style, would be house, and then just all over would be hip hop.
So what is your least favorite? This is not one of my questions, y'all. This is tag along. What's your least favorite?
I don't want to say okay. The least. Oh, sorry. The genre of dance that I feel like I have to think about is postmodern, and a lot of people don't really know what that genre of dance is. But exactly, yeah. Postmodern is something I learned in school, and I'm not, bashing it or anything. It just doesn't fit my body, and it requires a lot of thinking for me. It's like exploring dance as walking up the side of a building. Sounds
okay,
weird, right? But
okay,
like, it's just it breaks what it breaks codified technique. It breaks what dance is, which I think is a thing, and I use that to inform my work. But it would have to be my least favorite to perform or like have to think about doing. It's a long.
Yes. So I've heard of modern, and I've actually seen modern dance before.
Yeah.
That is actually like one of the dances you see on like, so you think you could dance. Like there are 1,000 modern dancers that come out and try out for that show. But postmodern, I've never heard of.
Yes. Postmodern is like, I like to think of it as like the crunchy granola version of dance. It's like I could go like this for 12 counts of 8 on stage.
Oh,
the study is like the circle of my finger. It's like it's very academic for me.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it's like the library of dance.
Yes. Yes. I love your analogies. Yes, it's like the library.
That's the way I learned. I have to see it. Yes, the library of dance. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if do you have videos of you doing that?
Oh, from school, I would have to look back. I kid you not, sorry, I'm gonna get up and demonstrate. Mm-hmm. There's one piece where I did my freshman year and I came on the stage and I just held this pose.
For how many counts?
Off. Until I felt ready to leave. And there's beauty in that. But it's not my favorite.
Well, she just demonstrated. We appreciate it. You can incorporate it in some other moves, but we will not come to the flyer that says Celine Boom Postmodern Showcase. Maybe someone will. I want to see the house. I got you at the house. I want to see that one. Okay, that is interesting. Okay. Are there any styles that you haven't tried yet? That's question number 10. So are there any styles of dancing that you just haven't tried yet?
I'm trying to think. I think the one that I have most difficulty with or I haven't trained as much in is Latin, like ballroom. That style is really hard for me. So I would say I haven't tried it enough. I'm trying to think of no, I don't think
you've done point.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, when I was younger, I was like, get me off this box. No. I've done point, I've done tap, I've done obviously jazz, contemporary, musical theater, kick line. Anything under the sun I've done. I guess except for like maybe traditional folklore dances. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've never done Irish step. That's the one thing I've never done.
And I love Celtic music, so
okay.
I love Celtic music. It is always surprising for people to hear that. I love Celtic women. I went to a concert. I was surprised by my husband and almost lost it. You would have thought I was going to see like Jay-Z or Beyonce or somebody. I was like, oh my God. I love Celtic music. it's just, so I love the art form of it. This is not about me. This interview is not about me, guys, but she adds.
Yeah.
I love the authenticity of their music and how it's really cultural based and they don't lose that. Like it's almost like if you don't know too much about their culture and listening to no matter what they're singing. And I was introduced at a very young age. I woke up to them singing, the original group singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I thought I died and went to heaven. I thought I was meeting the Lord. I really did. Because it was so angelic. I never heard nothing like that. And from that moment on PBS, shout out to PBS, that moment, I have been obsessed with them ever since.
Wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
Yes, I love them so much. So if you haven't, just YouTube Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Celtic Women. It will change your life. Okay. And you could probably do postmodern. Probably.
We ain't gonna dash it. We ain't gonna.
Okay. Question number 11. Wow, we're almost done. Has there ever been a time you did not want to continue dancing? If so, why?
No. And I really tried to think long and hard. I'm like, has there ever been a time where I wanted to stop? No, there's never been a time where I wanted to give this up. There's been times where it's gotten hard and I'm like, dang, should I just get a 9-to-5 and like just do this for, no. And immediately my answer is no.
Wow.
Never. And this is really like my sole purpose. Honestly. Like, this is how I'm sharing his gifts or what he wants to give to other people. Like, I'm just a vessel. I really and dance is the vehicle, for real. Like,
yeah,
that's really how I feel. That's like asking if I want to stop breathing.
Wow. That's deep. And I think, no, seriously, I think everyone should ask themselves that question. And the weird thing is that, like you mentioned earlier about you wanting to venture into like possibly being a teacher. You are a teacher, right? Not in the academic sense, but you are a teacher, right? And we forget that there's so much in life that needs to be taught in so many different ways. Like, you don't know how healing dance is, not only for you, but for those around you. Like I said, I ventured into dance. I love dance, believe it or not. Funny story. I am in a very musical family. We all sing. Like I sing gospel artists, all of these things, right? But when I was growing up, I was like, I'm gonna be a dancer. I don't know what y'all think I'm gonna do. I'm like literally to the point that I went on tours to Juilliard. I'm not gonna bash Juilliard right now, but some things were said that was very and so, visiting Columbia, my cousin who traveled the world dancing, she was like my first inspiration. She saw something in me and she believed in me and she pushed me. So I've done things as a plus size young lady in dance that broke barriers because of her belief in me. Mm-hmm. And I don't do it now. I'm just old now. I'm 30.
Girl, it's not.
I had my run with dancing, but I literally, I was so adamant about it. Like, dance was my first love, and vocalists, it was so far-fetched. And now I have the tables turned. Like, I still love dance, but now I like sing more or whatever. But yeah, like, dance is so healing. And you teaching people, you never know of the days that you have or the days that they have that coming to a class or having an experience with you, seeing you a video or whatever, that's just like, like, and that's what teaching is. As a teacher, that is my goal. Like, through everything, through this pandemic and all of the transitions we had, my goal as an educator is, one, for them to walk away with something, but more importantly, for you to be able to have like, she cares, like, she gets it. So you are a teacher.
Thank you. Did you know? For affirming that for me. That was a really weird, like, taboo thing for me to say, just having so much respect for the teachers I came from, and like just, you know, aspiring teachers like my friends who are like, you know, wow, you're so amazing. It was really hard for me to call myself a teacher, but I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher.
I'm
doggone it.
Yes, I'm on faculty at a university actually teaching dance, and I still have I don't want to call myself a teacher.
And you a professor? What?
Yes, my kids call me professor, and I'm like, yo. So thank you.
Yes, you are. You are. I digress. Okay, question number 12. What is a common misconception about dancers and choreographers?
What do you mean by that?
So, what is something that you believe or that you hear? It's not even believe. It's things that people could say that is like this idea of a dancer or choreographer that's not true.
Okay. I might get a little deep with this one, but I can only speak from a woman's perspective, right?
Okay.
Common conception, especially about a light-skinned, curly-haired girl, is that I'm a witch, you know, that I'm a cocky witch, and that I think I'm the best, and I think I'm the ish, and all of this stuff. That's a common misconception. Like, I'm a show-off. When really, I've just come to learn over the years that I'm comfortable in my skin, and I'm comfortable with the gift that God gave me and sharing that. And if you're not comfortable with the gifts that God gave you, or you don't know what it is yet, you're projecting that misconception onto me about who I am. So that is, I think that's the biggest one, is that dancers are unapproachable, we're promiscuous, we're provocative, and, you know, we're just extra and too much. We are extra. Me and a group of my friends out on a night out, okay, yes, we're extra, but like, we're not doing it to draw attention. We're not doing it out. We're doing it because that's who we are. Like, we're just happy with life, and that's just who we are as people. And if you a hater, then you a hater. But you know, our purpose is to spread joy, like you said, through movement. Movement is medicine. So I think that's probably the biggest one, that people think I'm cocky and I'm a show off and whatever.
Okay, any about choreographer, because you have several hats here. So
okay, so I don't know if this is a misconception, but the stereotype is that choreographers are mean. Like, people automatically think of like a Lorianne Gibson and like making a band, how she used to cut them up, okay?
Boom.
She was like, you're giving too much neck. Like, that is but I wouldn't say that that's a misconception, because low key it's facts.
Yeah.
But not every choreographer is like that. I will say that. I'm not like that. My friends who are choreographers are not like that. Like, there's levels to this, you know. We're still human. We're still different people.
Right.
As soon as I put on the choreographer hat, am I yelling at people, telling them that they're off the count? That's not me. That's not my teaching style. But yeah, I would say that's
that is. And like I said, I've shout out to Miss Newbie. Anybody that watched this that went to school with me, you know Miss Newbie. She was the best, but she gonna show you. If you say that something that's hard, Miss Newbie, first off, she stayed pregnant. That's one thing I feel like. Shout out Miss Newbie, I love you. But she was always pregnant, but she would show you with her pregnant belly. I said, do the roll, do this, and she was doing it, and you had no excuse at that point. It's like, this pregnant lady did it, so you have to do it. And it wasn't mean. It was just, she was just stern. She wanted what she wanted. That's it.
Our communities, if you know what I mean, our teachers growing up had that tough love on us, because I did have a teacher growing up, Miss Nikki. Child. Hard. She came in hard. She's like, we're staying in this squat for 10 minutes. Like, just that type of like tough love teaching style, for sure.
Yeah. And I feel like they just might have knew something like we didn't know at the time that we probably can appreciate now. But just like how hard the industry is for our people. And it's like, you got to come with all that you got. And that's it. That is
Yes, the tough skin. You have to have the toughest skin. That's what they implement.
Yes.
Crazy. Wow.
Well, we love you guys. We appreciate.
We love you. Thank you for making us who we are today.
Thank you for the aches and pains that we still have. Okay. All right. Question number 13. How long have you been a Brooklynette? Am I saying that right? Brooklynette? Yes. How long have you been a Brooklynette?
This is my 6th season.
So that's actual 6 years, or?
Yep, actually 6 years. Yep.
And so how long ago was it before you became the choreographer and the co-captain?
This is my 2nd year as co-captain.
Okay.
So I became a co-captain my 4th season. Wow. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
4th or 5th season? Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I choreographed when I wasn't a captain yet. So I choreographed, I think, my 3rd season. I was still just a dancer on the team.
And she's going to send the videos. We're going to insert them because we want to see the choreography. Yes.
Shout out to Chrisia. Thank you for believing in me. Shout out to Adair and Asha. Thank y'all for believing in me.
Yes.
My work
all the Brooklynettes.
Yes, and all the Brooklynettes for executing my work. Y'all are
yes. One day when the pandemic is over, maybe I can get an invite to come to y'all rehearsal and learn something. Boom, cat, boom, cat. And then I'm gonna have to record it and post it. If it's not embarrassing, if I still got it. We don't know.
It never leaves you.
Okay, this question was so funny to me. Question number 14. We're almost done, literally. Like one more question after this. A few people asked this. Is dancing on the Brooklynettes anything like the show Hit the Floor?
No. We get that question a lot too. Like, do you guys talk to the players? Do you guys date the players? Is there drama? No, girl, because you know what? We love our jobs too much.
Okay.
On this team. I don't know about the other teams, but on this team, we don't play that. We don't play that.
Oh gosh, when I saw the question, I was like, oh, why didn't I think of that? I saw that show.
People love to ask that question. And that's also a misconception about NBA dancers, that we're just like these fast, promiscuous girls who want the child. I make my own money and I'm chilling. Thank you.
I love that. So no, being on the Brooklynettes is not like Hit the Floor. So if you're thinking about going to audition for the clout of the players, you will lose your job before you even get it.
Hey, you are fired right away.
Oh my gosh. I was like, that is very interesting. But that just goes to show how media shapes our thinking. Oh my gosh. It is bonkers to me. But
it's exhausting that people still think that way. Like,
yeah, and Hit the Floor is old. Like, it's an old show.
It's 2021, y'all. You know, women empowerment, it's a thing now.
Yeah. Like, own thing here. We got our own thing. Okay. All right. Oh, we're at the end. You've been great. Oh my gosh. I have to add a bonus to this. We're going to do something at the end. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but my viewers, y'all know, I always do this tag on surprising people. But the last question before we go to our bonus is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to become a dancer?
Be yourself. On all the odds, I know it's so cheesy. It is so cheesy, but stay true to yourself. And if you don't know what that means, you will find out on the way. I promise you, because there will be challenges and tribulations that will come up, trials and tribulations that will come up and test you. It will situations and people will test you. It will test who you are, test your integrity, test how much you love to do this, and stay determined, work hard, never take no as an answer. Even if you're rejected, just know that that's just a redirection and another door is going to open. And never sell yourself out, never sell yourself short, and inject love into all places.
Yes, Celine. Boom. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. That is our 15 questions, but I can't let you go without doing this bonus round of this or that. Okay. Yes. So the way that this game goes is I'm going to give you two options of random things, and you have to pick one. There's no questions. You can't say, what if it's Monday? What if it's Tuesday? What if it's cold? What if it's hot? You have to just pick. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
All right. First one, Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
I think you're the first person that said that.
I was like, wait, actually, Netflix is whack now. Hulu.
No, you can't change it. You can't. Netflix, right. Netflix. Okay. Wait. Oh, Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
All right. Look at that. All right. Here's the true test of times. iPhone or Android?
iPhone. Come on now, y'all. Come on.
I said, what is this? All right. Jamaican cuisine or Asian cuisine?
Oh, no. No.
You have to pick one, Celine.
Oh, my God. I can't do that one. I'm sorry. That's really, you see how it's stressing me out? I can't choose. I love to eat too much.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one.
Okay, today I'm in a Jamaican mood. Today I'm in a Caribbean mood. So
she'll follow directions, didn't I tell you? All right, so she said Jamaican. Jamaican cuisine it is. Okay. All right. Curly hair or straight hair?
Curly.
Okay. Traveling overseas or traveling state to state?
Overseas.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I just want to, fun fact. Yes. I visited like 5 countries by the time I was 7 years old. So like, I'm very cultured. Like my grandparents would just love to take us on a plane. Well, take me on a plane. I was the only kid. I've been to Thailand, Laos, England, Japan, China.
Wow. All right. Okay. All right. Dance rehearsal or dance performance?
Performance. Rehearsal just be killing me sometimes, even though that is where the magic happens, because that's when you get to perform it over and over again. But I just want to get to the stage.
Okay. Costumes or uniform?
What's the difference?
So, some people have general uniforms. Costumes can frequently change based off of a theme. So you will have a different.
Oh, costumes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hit the floor or hit the bed?
Hit the bed. Hit the bed. Okay, because after a long day, I'm right here. Shoot.
Okay. Ooh, all right. Ooh, that was so funny. Okay. Winter or spring?
Spring.
Spring or fall?
Fall.
Fall or summer?
Summer.
She's changed like all. None of it was consistent. None of it. All right. Last one. Ask 15 questions or 15 minutes?
Ask 15 questions.
That was a trick question. Yay! Celine, thank you so much. I am so honored for this connection and this newfound friendship. You were like my friend in my head on social media. So when you responded to me, I was like, she's my friend in real life now. Now I can say I know a Brooklynette. Boom. But such an honor to have you on here and to let us in on your insightful world of dance and choreography. And you're just a joy. You are just a joy. I literally pray God's blessings over your career and everything that you do. I pray that it flourishes. Seriously. And anytime you need anything, I don't know what I could provide, but I am here of service. Whatever you need.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure, and I love connecting with new people. And this is an amazing thing. This is beautiful. Great. Keep going. I'll do this all the time you want. We're gonna do it every 5 years. I got you. Year, things change.
Every 5 years. I do. We'll talk at that in this recording because I do have something else I want to ask you. But everyone, as I always say, make sure that you are living in purpose on purpose. Bye.